Hey everyone, Dungeon Damsel here, and today I'm going to show you how to randomly generate unique and interesting points of interest in dungeons, and these features are called Curiosities. So let's get started on these interesting points of interest. Often magical, curiosities are those strange statues, altars, rooms, or objects that help break up combat in dungeons. As a DM, you can use them to grant rewards to players, create dangerous situations, deliver important information, or even to complete quests. Alright, so let's randomly generate one together. Well, by myself. You can watch. First, by unnatural selection. Secondly, open up to page 83. If you don't have the PDF of Unnatural Selection yet, you can always buy it through BackerKit. Remember, this is not shadowdark specific, so even if you don't play the best OSR game out there, you can still use these tables. Now that we have our books handy, let's roll a d20 to figure out what kind of oddities either us or our players are going to encounter today. Ooh, a 10. A 10 is an expanse. What is an expanse? The space expanse? We are going to roll a d4 to figure out what kind of expanse this is. 1. It is a garden. Pretty. Well, let's find out if it is pretty. We are going to figure out what type of material it is made out of or is containing. Let's roll a d12. 11. It is a rare something. And to figure out what kind of rare something it's made out of, we're going to roll a d4. 2. This entire garden is made out of platinum. You're rich. We don't have to play anymore. Cat brick, ha ha. Cat brick, ha ha. Cat brick, ha 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 ha. Nom nom nom. He's trying to eat me, ha. He's trying to eat me, ha. It's a cat brick, na na na. Look over there, there's some pins you should go to support me. Now back to the cat brick, la 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 la. And we're back to roll a d10 to figure out what kind of characteristics this extremely rare, rich garden of platinum has in store for you by rolling a d10. We rolled a 2, which is vocal. To figure out what kind of vocals are happening in your rare platinum garden, let's roll a d4. We rolled a 2. Your rare platinum garden is screaming at you. So, your platinum screaming garden is gonna have a function. Can't imagine what that will be, but to trigger that function, we need to have an interaction. So let's roll in the interactions table with a d12. We rolled 5, which is vocal. Ooh. Now, let's roll a caltrop to figure out what kind of vocalization you are going to do at the Screaming Garden to get this functionality to function. We rolled a 2, and apparently you have to scream at the Screaming Garden. To figure out what happens to you when you scream at a Screaming Platinum Garden, let's roll on the functionality table with a d100. 86. Something moves, or you move. Let's find out what with a caltrop. When you scream at a Screaming Platinum Garden, you teleport. So perhaps you unlocked the key to getting to the final boss stage by teleporting straight to it. Bye. So you can have an endless amount of functions, depending on what kind of interactions you want. So let's roll another one for this Platinum Screaming Garden with a d12. A 6, if you avoid it. Alrighty, what kind of avoiding are we doing by rolling a caltrop? Number 2. You are walking past the Screaming Platinum Garden. Let's find out what happens to you if you simply walk past it by rolling on the function table with a d100. 65. If you walk past it, it will give you something. Let's find out what it gives you with a d4. 3. It'll give you advice. If you walk past a Screaming Garden that is made of platinum, it will give you some sort of advice. But it will scream it at you, so I'm not sure if you'll understand what it's saying. Perhaps it's telling you to avoid the trap in front of you. Perhaps it's telling you that maybe you should go the other direction or run away from the Screaming Platinum Garden. You can just keep rolling and keep rolling however many times you want. It's really about your creativity that brings this chart to life. And that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsel, and I'll see you next time. In the shadow dark where characters die, Bunny Daniel's here with a twinkle in her eye. She's the dungeon damsel with wit and charm so grand, bringing laughter and joy to every adventuring band.